Okay, we are all tuned up,
Oh.
and we're live, mofos. Aha,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are shouting. We are live.
We are shouting into the void. As you can see, we are a tall and a small, and we like it that way.
That's true. That's
We
true.
do.
We got both of those things for you guys. We got a tall and a
Got-
small.
We got variety,
Yeah.
multiple shirt colors, skin colors, which we're both cool with.
That's true. That's
only
true.
beards. Only beards, so
That's right. That's right. We got a lot of
Lose
facial
points
hair
for
going
that.
on. A lot of facial hair
yeah,
repping on the face.
we got
Okay,
that.
cool.
We
I
got
think
neck
we-
beards.
I think
got neck beards.
we've heard the scream noise.
You have. And I believe we're ready to get into this thing.
Absolutely.
And get
absolutely.
most tasty with it.
I just, I don't want to freak out. I don't want to freak out anybody who's at home scared that they're being watched, because we're all being watched, folks. We're all being tracked. We're all being looked at. So if you can just already kind of step into your Friday knowing that already, I think you'll maybe have a little bit better sleep this evening. So, without further, Zach, I think we got some things to share. I know I have some things to share. Yeah. Oh, watch out. All right, folks. If I'm being absolutely honest, I'm really glad that technology is starting to catch up with poachers. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are people that are 3D printing rhino horns, and they're doing this so that they can like ruin the market for rhino horns. Now, I do this so that we can boost the 3D printing universe, okay? Wake up, I'm dreaming. Girl, I am shouting into the void right now, okay? So, okay. It is true, okay? I have been lost in a mall, alright? Who hasn't been lost in a mall, okay? But it wasn't in the massage chair in the sharper image, no. It was in the Things Remembered specialty engraving store, okay? This was the store solely with clocks, other gift items that you could engrave. No, I'm not sure if you could engrave it there, but I'm sure you could send away for it as a kit, okay? Oh, Zach. Oh, me. Oh, what do I see? I see my future falling apart. I see it just falling apart. So, before you go to bed tonight, before you Epsom salt your feet, before you give your best jacket a back rub, I want you guys to ask yourself, am I going to continue paying to be an annual pass holder at Disneyland? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, is it worth the thrills for a couple hundred? Or perhaps it could be used towards experience education. I say experience education because I'm not referring to normal education. I'm referring to education only gained by the experience of being betrayed by people. Don't be betrayed. Just have family. Don't be betrayed. Just give money to your family. Lean into that, folks. Lean into helping others. Lean into loving each other. Well, that was very beautiful. I think we learned a lot. Zach, I hope you learned You learned something about that.
I learned many things. I learned.
That's good. Oh. Don't forget your microphone. But hey, man, you know.
I learned not to cross my streams. I learned to take things off in the order that you put them on, the reverse order of how you put them on. You know what I mean? I think order is important in any society. I don't want to see society devolve into chaos. And I think there's one thing that could make society devolve into chaos. That's aromatherapy, right? I don't get what people are doing with this, right? I was walking around with my wife the other day at a Bed Bath & Beyond. And we were smelling scented candles. That is a fucking trial run of schizophrenia. You know what I mean? Am I grounded? Am I elevated? Am I calming? Am I invigorated? Am I fucking grapefruit peel? I don't know. There's too many smells, and it makes you want to feel things. I don't believe that. I don't believe that I can smell something and it'll make me feel better, you know? Like if I'm sad, I don't want to smell a bunch of happy things. That's just gonna make me angry at the happy smells, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm sad, I just want to smell McDonald's, you know what I mean? I want to taste sadness. I want sadness to seep out of my pores for days after eating my feelings. You know what I mean? I want to eat the sadness in my car before I even get home because I can't wait. Because I can't wait to taste my sadness. And then I want to burp my sadness for hours afterwards as I cry myself to sleep. That's my take on aromatherapy. You know what I mean? People are buying into this. It's going to lead society to chaos. You know how I know that aromatherapy is bullshit, absolute bullshit? No one's ever weaponized it. That's how. If aromatherapy were fucking real, the Nazis would have figured out how to harness that fucking lethal energy, you know what I mean? Like motherfuckers just storming the beach in Normandy like, oh no, chamomile, ah! Didn't happen. It didn't happen. Because we live in a society with order. Aromatherapy, it's not real, everybody. It's not real. It's just basically people selling you the idea, wouldn't it be nice to smell something nice? Who could even argue against that? You know what I mean? It's like reggae music, you know? Wouldn't it feel good to feel good? Hey, have you tried being happy? It's a whole genre based off of like, hey, ignore the doctors treating your clinical depression. Have you tried feeling better? That's why I'll never enjoy reggae music. If something is gonna make me feel a feeling, there needs to be a narrative component about it. The Beatles is fine to me. The Beatles have happy songs, and I'm like, I understand why you're happy. You're taking me on that journey with you. I want to hold your hand, you know? Like, all my lovin' I will send to you, you know? I get it. These are tangible events. But what about No Woman, No Cry? I mean, that's basically, he's just like, hey, lady broke up with me. It's all good. What even fucking song is that? Who wants to listen to that? Who can empathize with that? Nobody. Did he write that song like 7 years after he broke up with his high school girlfriend? You know what I mean? Like, No Woman, No Cry. because we didn't even really know our bodies yet, even. No woman, no cry, because if I'm being honest, the only reason we hooked up is because we ran in the same circle of friends. No woman, no cry, because we're both from a small town. We had to fuck something. No woman, no cry, man. No woman, no cry. Yeah. I can't imagine going to a reggae music festival, you know what I mean? It's just days and days of hearing the same beat over and over and over again. You know? Oh my god, dude. Probably by the end of that, you're just shitting on the upbeat. You know what I mean? That would make me feel better if I could. If I could poop in rhythm to a reggae festival, I think that would encapsulate my feelings about reggae. Even if it did prove me wrong, you know what I mean? I think it's important that we adhere to the rules in a society, and we've decided that we're into downbeats. That's all we want. Fuck syncopation. Go to hell, reggae. We don't want your complicated upbeats. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. You know, I'm just wondering what my good friend Garrett is going to add to this conversation now about various beats and feels in society. You know,
absolutely. I think if there's anything that we've been avoiding talking about, you know, whether it's at the dinner table, in the drive-through line, I think there's something that we're all avoiding in the conversation, okay? It's that marriage is dead. I think that we all know it, okay? I think it's the fact that it's staring us right in the face, that it's an old institution that was just created years ago for us to laugh at, for us to kind of like sell people, like it was just a different version of slavery, but like for genders and stuff like that, you know? Like I think like this was to do land deals. People were doing land deals and marriages, okay? This shouldn't happen, okay? Listen, my love is not a commodity, okay? I mean, sure, it can be bought, okay? I can be bought off romantically, physically. We can all be bought off. We all have an emotional price. But nobody, and I mean nobody, can throw down like James Brown. Yep, I said it. He was OG Michael Jackson, first Michael Jackson, okay? And if you don't know what Michael Jackson is, then pick yourself up a TV guide from your local Ralph's and find yourself into the M section. And honestly, it's probably also in the J section as well, because the man transcends what is known as popular music. And, you know, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say, you're not supposed to be in my house. Hey, get out of my head. Get out of my head or die. Okay, but, alright, okay. I think we veered off subject. And you know it, and you know it, and you know it, okay? I think grab yourself a whiskey, grab yourself a rum, okay? Alright, who remembers the first alcohol that they ever drank? Okay? I remember my first alcohol I ever drank. It was a rum and Coke. It was a Malibu and Coke, but it was in a Diet Coke can. But not the normal Diet Coke can, the caffeine-free Diet Coke, which is dollar store version of Coke, but still made by Coke. But it's like somebody had to turn in something at the Coca-Cola factory, you know, pitch meeting, and let's take out all the fun stuff, Coke, and leave them with the tainted water. Because that's what it is. I think it's just tainted carbonated water. That, or like, let's run out of syrup. Let's just give them cancer. You know what I mean? Alright. Well, now that you're listening, and now that I have your full attention, your undivided attention, let's call our doctors. Let's call our doctors right now and let's find out, hey, what do you know that I don't? Okay? What is it exactly that you can do that? Is it because that you just went to the proper meetings? That you're allowed legally to ask for medicine? Well, good. I'm glad that they're regulating that because not everybody should be asking for medicine, okay? Some of us are not fit, not fit, unwell for that type of information, okay? Just be an ideal person, okay? I just want everybody to be an ideal person. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of people trying to come up with restaurant ideas, bars, trying to start businesses. Everyone's trying to come up with a hobby that's gonna make them the next TikTok, okay? And I can cry all the lobster tears that you guys want, okay? But I'm not gonna give it to you, okay? Listen. If I've learned anything about human beings and human interaction, especially in this past year, alone or quarantine, is that people need community, okay? No matter how QAnon, okay? You need community, okay? You gotta reach out, you gotta touch someone, maybe beat someone, It's like, do you like cops or do you hate cops? What is it? Let's beat a cop to death with the American flag. That's America, That's as America as we get, okay? And that was like prime TV for World Star. Like, the world was finally on World Star. Like, that's all that was. I hope somebody yelled World Star in the middle of all that, by the way. Just because it had to be called out, okay? Before I pass you back over to Zach, I do want to say, what was up with the lie that we bought into about cereal being a part of a complete breakfast? Who paid off which Easter Bunny rabbit? Which Santa Claus paid off this pagan holiday to give us Cookie Crisp as a cereal? And I'm talking the soft palate scraping. You had to wait a full 4 minutes for it to soak up all of the milk that you had in there, just in order for it to be edible, so that you could talk in class that day. But boy, did we put one over on the baby boomers. Oh man, it's like almond milk, but for cookie milk. Part of a complete breakfast.
Wow. Part of a complete breakfast, huh? I mean, you nailed it on the head right there. Who are we trying to fool with the Cookie Crisp? You know what I mean? Oh, my goodness. I mean, nothing is what it seems, Nothing is what it seems at all. I've been tending to a child, my own child. They don't let me tend the others anymore. Not since the Fryer accident. Oh my. My own child. I did have a kid. I had a kid. I've been walking around. I can't look where I'm going as much. You know what I'm saying? I can't be responsible for everything anymore. And I've developed a predilection. That means predisposition. It's the same thing. I've developed a predisposition to bumping my shins against things. I have been bumping my shins against things, and it's no fun. It's no fun. This is one of the most severe experiences of agony, excruciating pain, just consolidated into one area of the human body. And no one talks about how much it hurts. No one. There's never a scene in a James Bond film where they just slice his shins. You know what I mean? That's all they would need would be for a toddler to run up and kick James Bond in the shins, and he'd be like, "I'll tell you anything you want to know. I'm the dead James Bond." It's sad that Sean Connery died. Although, isn't he a rapist? I don't know. I feel like that's just a blanket statement about any man that lived through the 60s, you know? Just, wasn't he a rapist? Probably. That's how he met Mima. He was the most persistent rapist, and that's when I knew this was a man to settle down with. I don't think they accurately portray in action movies how painful it is to get hit in the shins. I would just like to see a Marvel movie where the Black Widow, instead of like taking out a bunch of guys with like punches to their faces, she just like nightsticks them in the fucking shins. Just like pop, 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 pop. And then just like all the guards, you're like, "Ow! God! Ow! What the fuck? Ow! Oh! Oh, it's a lingering pain too. Oh! Why would you do that? Just shoot me, God! Why haven't they done that? Why haven't they done that? Also, why is there not a scene in every action movie where the main character is just putting on shin guards? It seems like such an unobtrusive thing that would prevent you from all shin injuries altogether. You know what I mean? That would just be one less thing to worry about. You got espionage. Have you boned up on your French conjugation? This honeypot you're with, can you really trust her? Who's that guy that's missing an eye and has a bald cat? What's his whole fucking deal? Why does he have it out for you? You know, Infinity Stones. But my shins are taken care of, man. Everything's good with my shin. I got the shin region on lock. I think the only people in our society who are even coming close to accurately depicting how gruesome a shin injury can be are soccer players, the footballers. That's right. They're out there on the front line admitting to everyone in front of God and Her Majesty the Queen, I am afraid to have my little girly shins hurt. I am afraid that I will get a boo-boo and it will hurt. And I will need mommy to kiss my boo-boo. I think that's brave. I think that's true bravery right there. I think that's braver than anything Tony Stark ever did, you know? He was afraid. He wore a full suit of armor. He wasn't just afraid for his shin. He was afraid for every single part of his ever-loving body. He was like, oh, don't slap me on the back, Thanos. Don't give me a little attaboy, Ultron, you know? Don't point your finger guns at me, Loki. That's what he was saying. What a wuss Tony Stark is. Way bigger wuss than anyone who plays soccer. Way bigger wuss than anyone who plays soccer. That's what I think. I don't know. Now Iron Man's dead too. Iron Man and the original James Bond. They're dead. They're dead, and that's sad. It's sad, but weren't they both rapists? I mean, They both were celebrities, and they lived through the 60s. Probably raped some peeps. That's all I really have to say about that. Say about shins and say about celebrity rapists. And I think I will end my treatise there and leave a little more space for my main hombre, Garrett.
Oh man! Oh wow! What a special evening that we've got planned for you guys tonight. You know, obviously you've seen nothing but some beignets being cooked here. You've obviously seen a lot of donuts. Obviously, we did the croissants earlier. We got that out of the way first because those took the longest. So I'm just really happy that we've already covered that part. If you're just now tuning in, we are cooking. We're cooking various cheeses, and we're all charging our phones. We are charging our phones. We are charging our phones. Isn't that crazy how bad we have to charge our phone all the time? That it's just an accepted behavior, you know? Like you feel weird when you see someone go to the bathroom in a movie or a television show. Like no one ever goes to the bathroom in a show because you just assume everyone in CSI, CSI Miami is taking care of themselves. You assume, everyone on The Office is just taking a bathroom break, or Parks and Rec, or I don't know. I'm naming shows that are not on television. What's a show that's on television? Ozark. There you go. It's not like you ever see a scene where people are going to the bathroom and out of need. Like you never just see a casual bathroom scene. No one's ever doing that. No one ever. I'm just saying, in all 14 stages of life, always go to the bathroom, but also always be charging your phone. And you have to do that once a day. And you never see anybody charging their phone on TV, in movies. We've had at least 10 years of phones. At least 10 years of I was about to say French phones for some reason. And we've had more than French phones. Definitely, we've had China phones, Japan phones, Taiwan phones. I'm sure there's also Thai phones. We've had Thai phone. The new iPhone is Thai phone. Guys, I just want everybody to just realize that this is part of our normal behavior now, okay? That don't feel ashamed when you ask a stranger for a charge, okay? It's pretty soon we're gonna go around asking each other to charge at each other's houses. And I mean cars. But I could charge my house. I could find a way to charge my house by going over to your house. Oh man. Does anyone ever give you a massage and at first you don't want it, but then you do want it? And sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes they're meaty hands. Sometimes they're real meaty hands giving you a massage. And do you not know what I mean when I say meaty hands giving you a massage? Well, allow me to take a look at this hand and then add a finger on each side of this finger. And that is one meat of a finger. That is a meaty finger. It's a finger that is worth 3 fingers. Now, times that by 5 fingers on a hand. Make that a whole hand. And then make that a whole body. And you understand now why I stopped eating at Olive Garden. And it's just, you see things. It's like going to Golden Corral or Florida. Like you see Florida, and you're like, we got some big Americans. We invented big Americans. Anyways, you guys ever get a massage from some meaty hands? Meaty hands, okay? It's like somebody eats a steak, and then they try to give you a sweaty hand, a hand massage. Anyways, just don't sweat when you're giving a massage, okay? Be dry, okay? Whether that's there's a way to drink antiperspirant. It's not good to anti-perspire, which is why I don't say do it, Just let it happen. Why do you think the natives had sweat lodges? Because sweating out the demons is a real thing, okay? It's not just the vapors, okay? It's not just for the southern women of Baptist South Carolina. No, I'm talking about it's sweaty for other cultures too. So if you walk away from the stream, and I say walk because I'm assuming you've been sitting, absorbing this information, you're either disappointed, thrilled, maybe just shook. Maybe you're shaken that somebody's taken the time to say these words to you. So please don't subscribe to this. Don't subscribe to this channel. Don't subscribe. Don't like. Don't comment on this. I mean, comment on this and comment and like and subscribe. But don't. But don't, because if you do, what you're doing is you're giving me attention.
He doesn't need it.
That I just don't need. Okay.
He doesn't need the attention.
Because like, if I don't,
his parents loved him. They never got divorced.
I'm just saying it. Like, what? You know, like if you're trying to get a gift card from someone, okay. If you want to, real talk. If you want to get a gift card from a friend, like a true, honest gift card, get in a fight with a friend, and then 1 to 5 days later, or 1 to 7 years later, you will get a gift card in the mail, in person, or via third party, because they're too afraid to talk to you. So, just allow yourself to get yelled at by a choreographer who's clearly had too much coffee and decided to take it out on you. And, you know, I didn't realize I was being yelled at the time, but then I found out 3 days later from several people apologizing to me, including a gift card. Before I leave you guys, I just wanted to say that I think we haven't marketed sunscreen to children well, you know, or lotion well. I think we just keep saying it's this, you know, it's good, you need it, and it's going to preserve your skin, okay? But we gotta really sell it as like it's a slimy shield, okay? This is the best technology we've got, is a slimy liquid shield that prevents aging. So maybe think about that when you're having kids. I know everyone's having kids right now, but as you're having kids, just tell them when they don't want to put on the sunscreen, they don't want to put on the lotion, you say, listen, Captain America would put this on, except he has a real shield. Well, we've just got liquid shields because we're just human. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm Garrett.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for keeping it real, man. Are we wrapping this up, or?
I'm good. I've got more.
You got more. He has thoughts, everyone. He has thoughts. He has opinions and feelings. They're not very interesting, but he has them. I think we all can relate. I've been thinking a lot lately about my work situation, you know, because I've been really phoning it in, folks. I've been really giving it the old Harvard not try lately. And I just keep watching more and more YouTube videos and hoping that anyone will care. And no one does. That's apparently their answer to, hey, how are we going to close out this project? Well, no one check in with Zach ever. Don't worry about what he's doing. No, sir. I just, I don't know if it's a desperate cry for help, if it's just fallout from my parents' divorce, or what it is really. But I'm kind of hoping that someone will will scald me, will catch me, you know? Not scald, scold. I hope my coworkers do not scald me. Although I deserve it. I deserve it with the bad, naughty boy that I have been. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. I think the linchpin of the problem is that during the pandemic, I worked from home for so long that I just got used to it, you know? I think we all did. I think all of us that got to work from home, we just got used to like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll get my work done. But when I feel like it, I'm going to make fucking pancakes. I'm going to take 2 hours doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work from home, but, you know, if I want to watch some weird porn where girls fart cupcakes into each other's faces, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take 2 hours doing it. Whatever. Who's going to know? Who's going to find out? You know? We just got used to that. We did. It's fine. It's okay. You know what the truth is? Society doesn't need us all the time. Society doesn't need us as much as it tells us it needs us, right? We've been all working 40-hour work weeks for our entire adult lives, and it turns out that 10 was fine. 10 was more than enough. 10 was good. 10 was good, and then the rest of the time, use your work equipment to watch YouTube videos and buy another guitar. You know, because I'll be honest, the pandemic was great for me. I know this is a fucking controversial thing to say. The pandemic was the best thing that ever happened to me financially. I wasn't spending money on gas. I wasn't spending money on food. I wasn't spending money on entertainment. The stock market went up for some reason, even though it became almost immediately apparent that our government didn't give a shit about us and in fact wanted most of us in blue states to die. And the fucking stock market was just like, oh yeah, cool, up another 400 points. You know, which again, I'm just waiting for someone to school marm that shit. This is a cry for help from the stock market. It needs to be spanked like the bad boy that it is, and so do I at my job, okay? We're both doing a bad job. But I digress. I got used to working from home and, you know, spending hours at a time looking up weird shit, digging into crazy, crazy stuff. And I was forced to go back to the office, you know? And don't get me wrong, I still spend 2 hours of my day looking at girls fart cupcakes into each other's faces, but I can't do it with the sound on. And that doesn't feel like freedom. That doesn't feel like the America that I want to fucking live in. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel right. And I wonder to myself, like, why am I forced to come to this building and sit there and pretend that I'm working when I shouldn't even have to pretend? I should just be able to do the work that's required of me and then bounce the fuck up out of there. What is this obsession with time and space in American workaholism? I don't get it. I don't get it. And I've been searching for answers and reasons, like, why do I have to keep coming to work? What should I get out of work? What would I want out of work? And I found out that there's only one reason that I keep going to this job, that I don't just bail in the middle of the day, that I don't just bring my turntables and start doing DJ sets for myself in the middle of my fucking office, because no one ever checks in on me. Honestly, the only reason that I go to my desk job day in and day out is the off chance that someone might bring in donuts. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm living for. That is the only joie de vivre for me, okay? Otherwise, I'm just a guy who's spending the same amount of time working, but now I have to go to a little box and sit behind an uncomfortable desk in an uncomfortable chair, taking poops not on my bidet, watching porn with no sound on, and hoping that there's maybe just the slimmest chance that someone will bring in a maple glazed old fashioned, and maybe I will eke a little joy out of that day. Maybe this day will have a little sweetness to it, a little flavor. And maybe my wife will fart this donut into my face. Maybe, just maybe, if I ask her extra special nice and it's my birthday, maybe. But this is America, and when there's no donuts, me no likey. Not even gonna lie. I mean, speaking about donuts, Garrett, I think I'm gonna have to circle back to you, my man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think maybe we found the ultimate donut, which is
the truth.
Is that maybe in the center of every meal is emptiness.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the French were onto something, right? The French call orgasms la petite mort, which means the little death. The little death.
The tiny death.
And we're all, even the things we enjoy, we're just marking time as we march towards the grave. I mean, there's the acknowledgement of finality and finiteness in every action that we take.
Well, folks, wow! I didn't expect we were gonna touch on philosophy. I didn't think we were gonna even touch on France.
Do you know what French people call cupcake fetish porn? They call it cupcake fetish porn. It's pretty.
Oh, I thought it was
pretty
morning
common.
News. I thought it was.
I don't speak French. I don't know what they call it.
Oh, they call it
Le
Saturday.
cupcake poufage.
They call it.
Yeah,
going to school.
Le poufage. Yeah.
All right, we're good.
We're good.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Travis McFarland.
Yeah. My name is Travis Barker, and we've been American Airwaves, or Angels and Airwaves, isn't that? What?
American
Angels and Airwaves and Stars and Straps.
Which one dated Avril Lavigne? Whichever one David.
That wasn't that Nickelback, right? Chad